console my agonizing heart? Who will wipe my bloody face and console me? I am looking for who will console my heart, since all my lovers have forsaken me. Who will console my agonizing heart? Who will wipe my bloody face and console me? I am looking for who will console my heart, since all my lovers have forsaken me. Loving God, you are the cause of my thirst. Sinful man, come back to your God. Stop gazing at me from a distance. Who will console my agonizing heart? Who will wipe my bloody face and console me? I am looking for who will console my heart, since all my lovers have forsaken me. Meditation in your life keeps you very far from me. Think of me always in your very soul. It is a road that home. So my agonizing heart.
Listen to my agonizing voice, all you nations of the world. The scientists have chosen to build weapons of mass destruction in order to destroy the world made by God. The whole world is lamenting over the mass destruction of the human race. There is terror everywhere. Children, do you think that they can destroy the world? They can destroy their lives and the lives of numerous creatures, but as for the destruction of the world, they cannot. Those who involve themselves in the mass destruction of lives shall be judged as murderers. Their punishment is eternal. Silence. Worse and most painful is to see the modern leaders of my church building the greater weapon of mass destruction against humanity and against spirit. I say, against flesh and against soul. This weapon is worse than the scientist's weapon of mass destruction. Woe to those leaders who involve themselves in this action. They shall curse the day they were chosen to be the leaders of my flock. Great is their punishment. Here, Jesus is pointing out to us the mindlessness, the neglect, and the abuses which are permitted in so many ways in the church today. We have a lot of them, and we have virtually touched almost all of them. Children, the weapon of mass destruction being built by the modern leaders of my church is the weapon against the sacrament of the Holy Eucharist. This sacrament is the everlasting Son who gives light to the living and the dead. Oh, without this sacrament, there will be no life for the living and the dead. As we can see and believe that this earthly world will hardly exist without the Son. The worldly scientists are building their weapon to attack the Son by means of their radioactive wave. So also, the modern leaders of my holy church attack the everlasting Son of the ages by means of their false doctrine against the sacrament of the Holy Eucharist. I am the agonizing Jesus Christ who gave this sacrament for the life of the world. Children, it is better to allow the scientists to destroy lives by means of their weapons than to see the mass destruction of true lives, which shall come as a result of the war against the sacrament of the Holy Eucharist. Tomorrow, I will tell you the consequences. Silence. Now may I remind my children of my anguished appeal, which shall weigh this weapon of my destruction, planned against flesh and against soul. I told Aaron, you and your sons alone shall fulfill all the responsibilities of the priesthood that concern the altar and what is the most holy place. These things are your responsibilities because I have given you the gift of the priesthood. Any unqualified person who comes near the sacred objects shall be put to death. Numbers chapter 18, verse 5 to 7. Hear it again. It is an act of desecration of the sacrament of the Holy Eucharist to allow the unconsecrated hand to administer the sacrament to my people. I have given enough warnings on this in the lessons of the Great Seal. Children, even without the lessons, we have known the truth. But you might say it is permitted. Yes, extraordinary minister of the Holy Eucharist is permitted. Therefore, you have to do it because the church says, yes, Jesus said, what is permitted is permitted. Go ahead, but hear from him who owns the Eucharist, who is there present, body, blood, soul, and divinity. Here, oh, my loving ones, it is permitted as a foundation of the weapon for mass destruction. It is someone who said this weapon, someone among my lovers must wage it. Where is that person? It is you. I say, only my priests, the consecrated hands, have the right to administer the sacrament of the Holy Eucharist. No other hands. I appeal to you, no other hands. May this desecration stop. Help and wage the weapon of mass destruction. Children, I appeal to you to propagate the doctrine of the really presence. My presence dwells in these little pieces of bread, body, blood, soul, and divinity. The modern terrorists spread their weapon of mass destruction, saying that this sacrament is mere food. You shall see this in the manner they treat this holy sacrament as follows. They propagate the communion in the hand. They do not care about the little particles of this holy sacrament, which have the same dignity as the larger ones. They encourage lay people to come and serve themselves this holy sacrament. They preach against the sacrament of reconciliation, thereby encouraging unworthy souls to receive this sacrament. They no longer claim the chalice of the consecration on the altar of the sacrifice. Rather, they do this on a side table, which they regard as a washing table. This is for the fact that they regard the Holy Eucharist as mere food. All these ways are how they set up the weapon of mass destruction against the sacrament of the Holy Eucharist. The priests oftentimes leave the ablution in the hands of lay people to do, instead of doing it themselves, who are the proper ministers of the Holy Eucharist. Children, I appeal to you to stand against the ordination of women as my priests. The terrorists will make all effort to set women on the throne of the priesthood. If they succeed in doing this, they will have made the greatest achievement in setting up the weapon of mass destruction against flesh and against soul. But woe to those women who shall allow themselves to be the instruments of mass destruction. The fire of hell will not be enough to reward them. their damnation is so great. Children, I appeal to you to offer absolute reverence to my presence in the Holy Eucharist. See, these terrorists of mass destruction are making it hard for my children to offer me this reverence. I have seen many a lover of mine persecuted for kneeling down to receive me. Some denied the sacrament. My leaders, why can't you understand all these plans of the terrorists? I am Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament, whom Moses and the prophets of the old saw and prostrated, whom the elders of heaven and the saints prostrate in his presence. I am Jesus in the Holy Eucharist, before whom the angels remain prostrate in adoration forever. Oh, fear the presence of your God. Approach him with love and awe. Children, may I ask you again, do you think the modern terrorists can destroy this church of mine? They can destroy lives and send many souls to hell. But as for my holy church, they cannot destroy it. I am with my church till the end of the world. The gates of hell shall not prevail against her. Oh, neither the worldly scientists nor the modern terrorists has the power to destroy the world or the church. All they can achieve is the destruction of their own lives and the lives of numerous creatures of God. Silence. Return to me, my children. Change your ways, O wicked terrorists of the world. Come near to my love. Come and join my warriors to wage the weapon of mass destruction. I promise to save the world from this destructive weapon. I am Jesus Christ in the Holy Eucharist, whom they are persecuting. I am the everlasting Son of the ages. I love you all. Silence. Barnabas, tomorrow I will tell you the consequences of the destruction. Barnabas, tomorrow I will also tell you the consequences of the desecration of the sacrament of the Holy Eucharist, which is the genesis of my destruction. I know you are preparing for your examination. I will give you the grace to read for 3 hours tonight. After, you can rest. So receive my blessing. I bless you in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Immediately, the vision passed. We have seen it. This is the voice of heaven speaking to Barnabas, to us, the priests, the religious, the lay faithful, and all the Christians. So we have to take note of the sayings of our Lord here. The scientists of the world are busy building weapons of mass destruction. So it is with us. So it is with the leaders of the church. By allowing all these abuses to thrive in the church, allowing communion in the hand, allowing women ordination, allowing all sorts of abuse and negligence to thrive in the church, is tantamount to saying that the leaders and we, the children of Christ, are equally allowing the terrorists to thrive in the church too. So all we have to do is to hearken to the voice of him who owns the world. He is the body. Christ is the body. We all are the members of the body, the church. Let us listen to his voice and avoid this weapon of mass destruction.
Who will console my agonizing heart? Who will wipe my bloody face and console me? I am looking for who will console my heart, since all my lovers have forsaken me. Who will console my agonizing heart? Who will wipe my bloody face and console me? I am looking for who will console my heart, since all my lovers have forsaken me. source of my thirst. O sinful man, come back to your God. Stop gazing at me from a distance. Who will console my agonizing heart? Who will wipe my bloody face and console me? I am looking for who will console my heart, since all my lovers have forsaken me. The lack of prayer and meditation in your life gives you will console my agonizing heart? Who will wipe my bloody face and console me? I am looking for who will console my heart, since all my lovers have forsaken me. Loving God, you are the cause of my thirst. O sinful man, come back to your God. Stop gazing at me from a distance. Who will console my agonizing heart? Who will wipe my bloody face and console me? I am looking for who will console my heart, since all my lovers have forsaken me. Meditation